Feel me?
You know what? It's too. The N-word example is what got us done. The pussified male to me is a man that idolizes sex. That's the black man's problem. He idolizes sex so much that he lets shit slide in front of him. That's why the women hate me on YouTube, because I don't let shit slide. I don't want you wearing, like, certain women to come out with me, even my sister. I will have something to say about what they're wearing, the way they're behaving, the way they interact with men. And it's not a war against, men. It's the simps we got to deal with, man. They are the ones making this shit bad. They let anything slide. They have no moral code, no values, no honor, right? And that's what in the name of sex, niggas is letting anything slide around them.
Trigger Mike, let's do this. I'm not trying to derail that point. I want to understand one thing though. Let everybody take 10 seconds to define a simp. Trigger Mike, go, please.
Find a simp.
Define. 10 seconds. Man, 10 seconds is gonna be impossible.
No. A man that is foregoing, staying around a woman in the hope of gaining sexual favor from, allowing behavior and aggrandizing her because for sexual access to her.
What the fuck is happening? Trigger Mike, did you have a glitch? Say it again. Say it again.
A man that is.
What is happening to Trigger Mike?
Damn, no, there's an urban dictionary.
Kill a nigga on YouTube.
It's your fault. You the one gave him a time limit.
You right though.
All right, go, Trigger Mike.
Someone who does way too much for a woman in hopes of gaining sexual access to her.
Okay. Jeremiah.
Someone who puts the pussy over everything, drops his principles, just drops the ball only for that one thing.
The misogynist.
Acronym. Someone idolizing mediocre pussy.
Hink.
A goddamn trick.
KG, what's a simp?
A sucker.
Podcast.
Husbands.
Goddamn podcast.
Gunny.
Gunny then, because I'm a husband. So.
Shit like that.
AP, what's a simp?
I guess I am too, podcast. Damn. Hey, but my interpretation of it is a man that has no obligation to, but tries to keep a woman from accountability. So he stands in the way. He is simper man. He is blank man.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Josh, what's a simp?
A man that prioritizes a woman over principle.
Yeah. And so we talk about simps, who's the simps, but we compromise principles a lot for these women. And I'm not excluding anybody from this panel from doing that. We let shit slide with our wives. The beans ain't wrong. Keep it a buck. Your bit. See, I almost thought it was the 90s. I almost thought it was the 90s for a second. My fault. Hold on. Yeah, that's only on Mondays. The HQ show, me and Q talk like it's the 90s. So we say all types of shit. But your wife go out with her going to the gym with her leggings and the top and all that, right? We know she going to the gym, right? So it's an appropriate outfit. But keep it a bean. You be like, damn, ass out, curves, you know what I'm saying? But we let it ride, right? Because we don't want to cause the fuss. Just as a very minor example. Now, so like when my wife go to the gym, I make her wear tie like a sweatshirt around her waist if she got like her leggings on. As like a hypothetical example. You know what I'm saying? That's what men will do. Like, yo, take your coat, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm guilty as hell. I let my wife like go out and hang out with the girls almost all the damn time. As long as the kid's taken care of, I kind of like, I don't give a shit. But at the end of the day, you know how other women are. They're all feeding shit in your woman's ear, talking all kinds of weird bullshit. That's where social problems kick in. That's where society affects your woman.
That's what I'm saying.
We're all
How much-
guilty
But
of
think
it.
about it, you can't just put that on married men. You could say that on any motherfuckers in a relationship with any woman. Then
I said you too, Hink. Yeah, I said all y'all niggas up here.
And the problem is too.
oh well,
Hank,
you
is
kiss my goddamn ass. I ain't no goddamn simp.
and the problem is too, Hank, is this is what I got like on the YouTube dudes. I got a problem with them because they don't see the progression of what they did. The husbands that deal with it are the ones that dealt with that shit as boyfriends, right? So I was very aware of what my wife was wearing when we were boyfriend and girlfriend. Like just like Hamp said, like, God damn, if I'm looking at your titties like this, go put you can't wear that to the gym. And the crazy thing is, dudes act like women won't acquiesce and do what you want. You're teaching them how to be with you. So I've never had to say anything into my marriage about her clothes because she's like, this nigga always, goddamn, super conservative ass. And like, you see what I'm saying? She can say whatever she want, but she knows she can't go out with me looking.
But you know your wife wear her leggings to the gym, Mike.
She doesn't fucking wear leggings to the gym. Thanks, Hamp.
You did. You told me that on the podcast like 6 months ago.
Does she put shorts above it?
Yoga. Is it yoga? You said she takes a class, like some type of workout. She does.
Yeah, but she does it in the house. That one she does in the house.
I'm gonna find it, Mike.
Look, just have her put shorts on like the NBA players do. You know what I mean?
But no, I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
Hold on. Because we might be getting leggings wrong. Because it might be my fault. Aren't leggings those super sheer pantyhose looking things?
No, like the tights.
But she puts on I don't think she doesn't wear those. Damn, those are leggings? Like gym pants?
The gym.
Oh, okay. She puts on big shirts. She'll put those things on and a big shirt, oversized shirt, like one of my I thought leggings were like
yo, come on. What I'm saying is I'm saying all because it's better that way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like we all have acquiesced to shit we don't like. And it gets permeated and perpetuated throughout the culture.
It's
we
compromise, man. It's not.
So we're simps.
Big of a deal. It's
so think about it. So everybody. My bad. I just want to make it where you can jump in, right? Just another example. Everybody be acting like UT said. Yeah, he argued with his wife. People up here acting like people don't argue. People up here acting like you don't go 6 months without if she getting a fender bender, I'm not going out there to change that tire. Like you come on, man. You got stints of a long relationship where you can't stand that person. And your wife got just as much mouth and all that. Like people be acting like we don't go through this shit.
Well, because you want to live a happy life. That's
but last point, then y'all could jump in. Okay. And then we jump in and we deal with it, right? Because that's the point. We deal with shit and we get up here on YouTube and say, niggas don't deal with that shit. And we deal with it from time to time in various situations.
Well, it's varying degrees on it. It's varying degrees. So I definitely understand what you're saying. So I will say men will deal with a lot when they got kids by the woman. That's when they start conceding for the sake of not really getting into it in front of the kids, yelling. So I've seen that happen more where it's like, dude, but then when they come talk to their boys about it, like, you don't put up with that. You teaching your kids something either way. So you don't gotta hit your wife, you don't gotta do any of that shit, but you let her know straight up, I'm not dealing with such and such. So it is a progression. Like you have to relearn things in your marriage at different stages.
I get it, Mike. But what I'm saying is keep it real. Have niggas simped out?
I haven't, but yes, niggas have.
Shit. And another thing, your man that's giving you that advice, when he go home, she ain't listening to that nigga either. And he want to live through you. Absolutely. Yeah, Mike, go tell her what time it is. Because that bitch ass nigga sleeping in the fucking basement.
You know what though? Here's the issue. Here's the issue. For real. I really don't go through this because what I think men's problem is that they acquiesced in the beginning and they married women that were side chicks and made them wives. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of dudes are having trouble. They marry women that weren't marriage material in the first goddamn place.
Right.
Absolutely, because that's the biggest part of the biggest pool, right? Is those women, right? For one. For two, you're absolutely right. But when you talk about YouTube, you got to understand that the people on YouTube, they're characters. right? So they have they have a persona that they have to keep up. So when they come on here, they can't be honest about what's going on in their real life. You have to think that they're winning at all times, so that you will keep donating your money to them. So they can't be honest about what they're actually dealing with in life. But you're right. I had a homie who I had to check before, because I would call him, and when my lady got on my nerves, and I would go into it, and then he'd be like, "Man, just leave that bitch," and I'd be like, "Dog, I never say that to you, ever." You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what's going on, you spent the whole 6 months not even touching your lady, dealing with another chick outside. I never once told you, bro, you need to leave that bitch. Like, I never, you know what I'm saying? I just give you what I think you need in the moment, right? So it's like, bro, stop saying that to me. Allow me to vent, and then tell me to go home and work it out like a normal person is supposed to. Right?
Beans, real quick before Gunny jump in, right? Isn't one of the number one rules, like, everything that happens in your house, you keep it inside?
Yeah.
Right? Why?
To a certain degree.
Well, but just like generally speaking, right?
Absolutely.
Why? Because niggas be dealing with shit they don't want to, and she does too. And shit be happening in that house that is embarrassing if it gets out.
Absolutely.
Like, niggas gotta stop the fucking cap. Like every nigga on YouTube got the perfect woman.
But that's a part of the men allowing that shit though, Hamp. So I believe that shit has always happened. So the one thing I don't do, and this is the Nigerian in me, because there's a bad rep that foreign women get, that they don't be popping off on their husbands. That shit is a lie. Absolutely. All they know is they're trained. You don't do that shit in public. You never fuck with the perceived dominance of your man in public. They be going off in that goddamn house, right? So dudes will trade. Hey, she just did that shit to me here, but nobody saw that shit, right? Because she'll never do that shit in public.
Yeah, like, that's all I'm saying. Like, but that's
the type of woman every man needs, though, because some of y'all be dealing with this shit in public.
That's fair. But now this what I'm Gunny. I just want to say this real quick. Gunny went viral more than 4 times at this point. When Trigger Mike hits a panel, when Beans hits a panel, there's always a message in the chat. Oh shit, such and such is here, etc., right? Hink gets invited to several different panels, right? Because he has respect throughout the space. That's why it's and Josh is cool, and Jeremiah's a kid, Google Gaga, right? But that's why it's important for us to tell the fucking truth, B.
Absolutely.
Because that's how you start to be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hink, I know Hink went viral. Especially calling people heifer and shit like that. Jive turkey, heifer, all types of old shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta say it, bro. Because if we don't say it, they don't believe it. Like, Oh shit. Go ahead, Gunny.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak for Hamp, and I'm gonna speak for Trigger Mike on this one. We trained our wives. We trained them. Now, I know that's a harsh word for some women. And the problem is that we have a lot of simps running out here, is because they'll find the women who find that term taboo, and they don't like to hear that they need to be trained. They'll get with those women. Those women will either fake it in the beginning, or they'll just flat out let the man know that ain't no training going on over here. And then they will try to acquiesce to their beck and call. That's how they become simps. But the issue is, you find a woman that is willing to be trained. If she's not willing to be trained, she belongs to the streets. She does.
And Gunny, just in terms of training, do you have to reinforce?
Yes, it has to be consistent. It has to be consistent. It's not something that you can do the first year of marriage and you think that it's just gonna. You have to consistently, because she'll try you. She will do it. She will try you. She will put on those tights and that little sports bra and try to get in her car and go to the gym. Not saying that happens to me, but as an example, women will do that. They will do it. They'll make the kids' plates before they make yours. They'll try it. Yep. But it's up to you to keep it consistent.
And Gunny, let me ask you a question real quick, Gunny, because I just want to make sure people understand what the thoroughness of what you're saying. Right? People will try it, right? And then have you ever employed the same techniques and then they don't work and you got to switch your technique?
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, especially with a person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
110% facts right here. So when he says the word train, like you said, that's a curse word to most women.
Right.
So my wife,
Josh, you up after Trigger Mike, Josh.
yeah,
Go ahead.
her father came into the picture late, and I'm Nigerian, like I'm by the book with everything. So she tried that shit a few times where she served the kids before she served me at their little Tykes table, and I stopped the whole show. And what you mean by training is, she had that long day at work. I don't even see what the big deal is. Did some shit like that. I said they need to learn respect from watching the people that worked all fucking day serve, because that work we did put food on them, put that food on the table. I said, you don't even got to serve me. You could tell our daughter, you could tell our son to bring me my food and my water the same way my dad, my mom made me do from my dad. They learn respect by watching you respect me, by them bringing me my food and me saying prayers at the table. I ain't never been served last again. Like, you have to give them explanations. And the bad part is that most men don't even know why. They don't even have the customary examples or the descriptions as to why we do these things this way. So I'm able to explain it all in detail. And one thing that you touched on is our women are purpose built to defy us with their own logic, bro. They will try to use their logic against yours. So you just need to give them logic right back.
Okay. Yeah. That's solid. Josh, what's up?
Well, the why part is actually the important part. I jumped up here. Risky beat me to it. So this goes right back to the concept of the N-word, right? The reason why you don't tolerate it is because it has to be a standard in society. You can't accept it. If you accept this word, then you start having to accept all kinds of other words. Once the door opens a little way, more and more keeps coming through it until somebody kicks the door off the hinges.
Yeah. Real shit.
Shit like that.
To trigger Mike's point, I think he's absolutely correct about like how you have to only deal with women who understand or are tolerating of receiving training. Because, like, for example, my mom, she told me that with my first girlfriend. Like, she noticed that she was getting out of line, and she, as someone who was trained by my father and stuff like that, even like post separation, she still had that, like, that mentality of like, no, she's not doing this. You don't want to rock with her and stuff. So I don't think it's like a perpetual thing. That, like, what I'm trying to say is, you can like have the woman also train the daughter as well. It's not like the man who always needs to be the one always in totality training people and stuff like that. If you get the woman on the program, I'm pretty sure the daughter's going to fall in line too. Am I right?
No, you're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. I feel like somebody, Beans, was you about to say something?
I mean, I don't know if what I want to say is relevant, because I just want to say that women are evil, bro. I love women. I really, really do. I support them a lot on my channel. But they are evil. And all of these, all of these rules and regulations and things that people talk about, it's just not applicable to the majority of them. It's just not. And it's based on the way that we raised in the country, 2, the dynamics of the relationships, 3, the media. I mean, it's a lot of components that go into undermining these relationships, which is why I've become very pro-individualistic at this point. And I'm praying that my son can hold off until his late 30s to early 40s to even consider marrying anybody. Because at this point, all this stuff that y'all talking about is too stressful. We want to say men weak and men is that, but I think what men have come to realize, especially younger, is that you only get one life, man. You only get one life. So forget trying to play it by everybody else's rules. Do what you got to do for you, whatever that look like.
Unpopular truth for the $2. Beans with the do-rag gang, LOL. Yeah, man. Beans, I usually kick people off with a do-rag. That's like wearing a bonnet.
Absolutely not like wearing a bonnet, but
hold on, let me do this real quick.
Something. Dear YouTube.
Risky, it's like 2:30 in the morning for me. I got to get off this panel. You got me wedged in between 2 of the biggest dudes I've ever seen in my life. This is why I'm not going to cam up. You ever put me up here between Hink and KG again? These dudes are huge. I'm a scrawny guy. Put fucking Jeremiah over here. Night, guys. Y'all take care.
I'm scrawny too, bro.
Beans. See what I see?
You know I don't look in the chat, so no.
No, your name.
Oh.
Hey, that actually sound all right. Bonnet Beans.
That's it. Hold on. I got something for that. Dear YouTube. DJ Hamp is bullying.
Wow.
Please remove this channel.
Jesus Christ, man.
Look, yours truly, Bonnet Beans.
Shit like that.
Damn, man.